Have you ever wondered why some people seem to multiply what they have, while others always struggle with the same things? The Bible has the answer, and it's not about luck or magic. These are clear principles that still work today. Today, I'm going to show you 10 principles from Proverbs 21, 5 that can transform the way you manage money, multiply your resources, and bring true abundance. 1. Avoid the rush mindset. We live in a generation that wants everything fast: results, success, and instant money. But the Bible teaches in Proverbs 21:5 that the plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance, but everyone who is hasty comes only to poverty. God works through processes, not impulses. Rushing makes you make decisions without direction, invest without hearing His voice, and abandon what He was still building in you. Faith is not shown by running, but by waiting with purpose. The rush mindset reveals anxiety, not faith, and anxiety reflects a heart that wants to control what only God can order. When you walk outside God's rhythm, you get tired quickly and lose what He wanted to multiply. Don't despair to arrive fast. Worry about arriving firm. What is gained without process is lost without purpose. 2. Planning is for the wise. Many seek prosperity, but few take the time to plan for it. You cannot ask God for abundance if you are not willing to manage it. In the Bible, Jesus said, "For which of you, desiring to build a tower, does not first sit down and count the cost?" This is not disbelief, it is wisdom. Planning is spiritual because it shows that you believe God will bless you and you are preparing to handle it well. Leaving everything to luck or to God's will is not faith. It is carelessness, disguised as spirituality. Faith is shown through action, and intelligent action begins with planning. God cannot bless what you are not willing to organize yourself. If you want to see abundance, start by putting order in your ideas, your accounts, and your decisions. Blessing follows the plan, not chaos. If you've made it this far and this video is adding value to you, subscribe to the channel Biblical Finances and tell me in the comments what you are learning. 3. Diligence produces abundance. Abundance does not come from praying a lot and working little. It comes when you do both consistently. The Bible says, "The soul of the diligent shall be made rich," which we find in Proverbs. God does not bless spiritual laziness or emotional disorder. He blesses hands that stay steady, hearts that don't give up, and minds that work with purpose. Diligence opens doors that luck can never touch. Being diligent means doing what is right, even when no one applauds you. It's getting up, putting in effort, and staying focused on what God asked of you. Abundance is a natural consequence of discipline. Don't look for shortcuts because shortcuts shorten the process but also reduce the blessing. Remember, God's hand moves in favor of those who move with faith, consistency, and purpose. 4. Order attracts blessing. God is a God of order, not confusion. In creation, He did not make everything at once. He established a process, one day at a time. And when He finished, He saw that everything was good. Likewise, when you put your finances, goals, and priorities in order, you are telling God, "You can trust me." Order is not a human habit, it is a divine principle that opens the doors to blessing. Financial disorder is not just carelessness, it is a sign that there are areas where you have not yet allowed God to rule. You cannot ask for abundance if you don't know what to do with the little you already have. Start by putting everything in its place: your expenses, debts, priorities, and habits. Where there is order, God multiplies. Where there is chaos, He does not deposit. 5. Discipline is worth more than inspiration. Inspiration excites you, but discipline transforms you. Many start with fire, but few remain when enthusiasm fades. The Bible says that the soul of the diligent shall be made rich, and that diligence does not depend on mood, but on commitment. Discipline is doing what is right even when you don't feel like it, because you know God honors consistency more than fleeting emotion. Emotion drives you to start, but discipline takes you to finish. That is why so many people begin projects, ministries, or businesses that are never consolidated. Financial and spiritual stability is built through habits, not impulses. Every day you choose to be consistent, even when no one sees. You are building the foundation where God will pour lasting abundance. 6. Economic wisdom is spiritual. Many think that talking about money is carnal, but the Bible teaches more about stewardship than about heaven or hell. Proverbs says, "The house of the wise contains riches and perfume, but the fool devours all he has." This means God approves of good management. Saving, investing, or budgeting does not take you away from faith. It makes you a better steward. The wise do not spend everything because they understand that every resource is a seed that can multiply. God does not multiply disorder. He multiplies wisdom. Spiritual and economic prosperity go hand in hand when you understand that managing well what you have is part of your worship. It's not about accumulating, but about using with purpose what God entrusts to your hands. When you apply intelligence and biblical principles to your finances, you are telling heaven, "You can trust me with more." 7. Character is tested in little things. Many ask for more, but they are not being faithful with what they already have. In the Bible, Jesus said, "He who is faithful in little is also faithful in much." God does not test your heart with abundance. He tests it with the small things. If you do not manage 100 well, how do you expect Him to trust you with 1,000? The way you manage your resources today reveals if you are ready to handle what you have been praying for tomorrow. Character is not formed in abundance. It is shown in scarcity. That is where you decide whether to obey, be grateful, and trust God even when you don't see much. Every small income, every opportunity, and every financial decision is a test of faithfulness. Pass the test, because promotion comes when God sees that the little does not corrupt you, but disciplines you. 8. Rush reveals anxiety, not faith. Rushing often comes from fear, not faith. We want to fix it now, earn more now, get out of the problem now. But God does not work under our anxiety. He works under His purpose. Isaiah says, "He who believes does not hurry." And that means that those who trust God learn to wait with peace, not desperation. Faith is not shown by running, but by resting in the knowledge that the Father has control. Impulsive decisions bring losses that a calm prayer could have avoided. When you move out of anxiety, you end up trusting more in your calculations than in divine provision. But when you choose calm, you are declaring, "God, I trust your timing more than mine." And that trust opens doors that haste only closes. Patience is not passivity. It is faith in action. 9. All abundance requires structure. God does not bless disorder. Many ask for abundance, but they do not have the structure to sustain it. The Bible teaches that all things should be done decently and in order, and that includes your finances. If you don't know where your money is going, it will always leave. Blessing needs direction, and that direction is called purpose. It's not about how much comes in, but what you do with what comes in. Abundance is not measured by quantity, but by management. A generous heart with control, vision, and purpose can multiply even little. But without structure, even great blessings are wasted. God does not want to see you frustrated by lack of organization. He wants to entrust you with more, but He will only do so when He sees that you can handle what you already have with wisdom and order. 10. Biblical financial success has purpose, not ego. True financial success is not about showing off cars, houses, or figures in your bank account. The Bible teaches that each one should give as he has decided in his heart, not reluctantly or under compulsion. And this applies to how we use what God gives us. The diligent plan and work not for their own glory, but to be a channel of blessing. When your resources have purpose, they become tools for service, not chains of pride. Abundance without purpose is dangerous. It can tempt, distract, and steal peace. But when your money reflects your faith and commitment to God, it becomes a testimony to others. Every financial decision, every investment or saving, can be an act of worship if your motivation is right. Biblical success is more than numbers. It is impact, service, and faithfulness to God's plan. The Bible not only gives us rules, it gives us principles that still work today to multiply what God gives us. If you apply these 10 principles, you will not only see growth in your finances, but also peace, order, and purpose in every decision. Remember, God blesses consistency, discipline, and wisdom. If this video helped you, subscribe to the channel Biblical Finances, and let's continue learning together how to manage money with biblical principles that transform lives.